Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be absolutely bonkers. Now, today is your Thursday housing market update on Friday morning. You guys, I had to take a quick break because I put out almost 2 videos a day every single day in August. So I had to take a break or my brain was going to explode. But what I'm going to immediately do today is I'm going to access my local live active MLS and I'm going to show you guys massive price cuts. Now I had to go a little bit higher on the purchase price and the sales price point, but I'm going to show you guys 3 properties that have over $200,000 in price cuts. And then after that, I'm also going to show you a cluster of inventory that is popping up from new home builders. And again, you guys, I'm sticking to the Kingwood area because I want you to do the same thing as me, become an expert in your local housing market, keep your eyes on new home builders. So I'm going to show you a massive cluster on that. And then I'm going to access last week's poll to see what you guys thought the trajectory of the interest rates would be as of Thursday. We're going to pull that up. And then I'm going to pull up Fred Economic Data's updated chart so that we can see where the rates are at and what they went to. Now, after that, we're going to access the 10-year bonds and we're going to try to get an idea of what's going to happen this coming week just from looking at the 10-year. Now, after that, I'm really excited. I'm going to bring on my channel my boss. I'm going to bring on my boss. He works at Amcap Home Loans. I absolutely love this guy. And he's going to give us a more in-depth understanding of what is going on behind the scenes in the mortgage market. And I really hope you guys love this guy. I don't know if I could work for anyone else. I'm actually personally, I'm super excited he's coming on. Show him some love. Now, remember, you guys, I'm not a financial advisor, even if I want to be, even though my bio is as someone that reads all the criticism in my comments, someone that wants to make everyone happy, and someone that's always wanting to self-improve. And for those reasons, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and please comment below. I absolutely love your comments, but let's jump in right now to my active live multiple listing service. So here's my active MLS. You guys can see Houston here. Now I go north of Houston, usually south of New Caney, unless I want to show you guys a new build cluster. But this is basically the area that we've been studying for about 4 months, maybe 3 to 4 months. So this is really our only area right here, guys. And what I want to do first is I want to show you guys some really healthy price cuts that I found. And these are lake houses right over here. So let me zoom in for you guys and really show you what's going on. So here's the first property right here, listed at about $2 million. Again, you guys, I had to go up in price point. Obviously, I'm not seeing a $200,000 price cut on a $400,000 house, but this is really cool to see. So it was originally listed at $2.2 million. It's now reduced to $1.99 million. That's a drop of $210,000, you guys, or about 10%, which means if you would have purchased this house a month ago, you would have lost roughly $210,000. And that's why I tell you guys, this is a great example. The longer you wait, the better the deal. But let me show you guys another property right now that has a massive price cut. But there's one at $210,000. Okay, here's another one right here, you guys. This is listed at $1.6 million. So I know this is a higher price point, but take a look at how much this house plummeted. They just reduced this price $150,000. So again, if you bought this house or put an offer in a few weeks ago, you're going to be overpaying for this house $150,000, guys. And again, I keep saying this, the longer you wait, the better the deal. Now, I understand again that, $150,000 may not be a lot of money to people that are purchasing at that price point, but it is very intriguing to see how this is starting in the luxury real estate market. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit, guys, and I'm going to show you another one right over here. So here's another home right here listed at $1.99 million. Let's take a look at the price cut. Okay. Now look at this price cut of $203,000. You guys, that's almost 10%. You bought this house 2 weeks ago. You overpaid for this house by over $200,000. So this is a sharp cut. And again, you guys, I know this is a bit higher price point, but I wanted to see big numbers. I wanted you guys to see big numbers so that you kind of understand what's going on in my local housing market. These price crashes are happening all over the place in the area that I've been watching, Kingwood, Tessacita, Humble, Porter, that type, the area that we've been watching for 3 months. But this is a massive price cut. So I'm going to take you guys to look at some new builds right now. So we're going to zoom out and we're going to come up over here. Now, I want to show you guys something real quick. I'm going to zoom in. All right. I'm going to zoom in because I want to show you what I want to see. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Here's a pocket right here of new builds. Okay, so what I want to show you guys is eventually that they're going to start doing price cuts, because right now this cluster right here of new builds have not started price cutting, not significantly anyways. And also there's a pocket right here. So this is an additional pocket of new builds right here that still haven't really price cut these houses. So we're going to keep an eye on this pocket. We're going to keep an eye on this pocket. But what I want to show you is look at this. I'm going to zoom out. Look at this right here. This is brand new inventory. So there's a brand new inventory right here. These are all new builds. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 new houses right here. So we have, and I look at this as an explosion of inventory, 13 new houses when we already have so many houses, so much new building. But I suspect this cluster right here, I'm going to be keeping my eye on this. Not all of these homes are finished, but I suspect by the time these houses here are finished that they're going to have to fire sell these houses and drastically reduce the amount they're trying to sell them for in order to get them off the books. So that's a cluster right here. Very interesting that they are, the inventory is still exploding on new building. But what's also interesting is they also started building right in this areas right here. They're releasing more buildings right here. And then look at where else I found right here. This is a new build also right here. So there's, so the inventory for new builds is sprouting up all over the place, you guys. So, I wanted to show you guys again, look at those massive price cuts. $200,000 is a lot. And also look at the massive surges of inventory still from new home builders. I just had 13 houses appear out of nowhere within 1 week. So again, look at these trends. Look at it logically. What do you think is going to happen when we go into the slow times in real estate, fall and winter? What do you think is going to happen to these trends? Historically, these trends are going to continue their trajectory. The interesting thing is going to be this. Are we going to have enough inventory increases from investors and new builders to offset the amount of people that are pulling their houses off of the market, which is traditional this time of year? So keep your eye on those things, guys. Now, let's jump into the poll last week that I gave to you guys, and I asked you, when the rates update Thursday, will it be higher or will it be lower? Let's take a look at the poll right now. And you guys, I really appreciate you voting on this. We got 3.2 thousand votes here. Now, my guess was basically we would have a decent bump and it would be higher to 5.95. 91% of people thought that the rates when they updated would be higher this week. So let's jump into that right now. And again, you guys, if you see this, and I'll post this probably today or tomorrow, vote and let me know what you think the direction of the interest rates are going to be this coming week. So now the moment of truth. Did the interest rates go up? Did they go down? Was it slight? Was it decent? Let's take a look right now. So take a look here, guys. This is Fred. This will be linked in my description. This is 30-year fixed rate average in the United States. Now, they did go up to 5.66. So it was only a slight increase up, but it was up. Like I thought. Okay, here's the 1 year zoom. And as you can see, it did go up slightly. Last week was kind of significant. This week was slight to 5.66. So it went from 5.55 to 5.66, which represents an 11 basis point increase, or 1.1% of purchasing power wiped out. And it's really interesting that it is the highest it's been since about June 30th. And then it went down after June 30th and kind of did a downward trajectory the whole month of July. And I think that's why we saw numbers spike in July, because of this decrease in interest rates right here, and also the fear of missing out, and also the new builders offering incentives. So there was a lot of reasons, but it did go up, you guys. It is continuing the trajectory up. Now, I want to take a look, if I may, and I want to show you guys the 10-year bonds so that we can try to just formulate an idea of where the interest rates are going to be next week. Take a look at the bonds right now. Now, this is as of yesterday, 9/1 at 10:53 a.m. And what I wanted to show you is this is what I'm watching now. It's really hard to predict what next week's interest rates are going to be when I only have 1 day of treasury to look at. I only have 1 day. And that's why I'm saying I am looking at my local market so much. I'm watching the data so much that I can smell what's in the air, right? And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But look at how high the 10-year was yesterday, 3.29. This is going to wreck. Well, this is going to continue to wreck the stock market. This is going to wreck the pricing for interest rates. And, quite frankly, I believe as a result of looking at this, that we are going to have an additional rate increase next week. And I believe it's going to be a decent increase. This increase this week was slight, but again, you guys watch this. Everything except the 3-month is inverted over the 10-year, which is really, really astonishing. But this is what I'm watching for right here. My baseline is 3%. We're now over that. So having said that, this is what I'm thinking for interest rates. We're at 5.66 right now. I'm going to say that they're going to go up next week decently. I'm going to say 30 basis points to 5.96. So my guess is 5.96 going into next week, and the basis point increase of 30 basis points. Because remember what's happening this month as well, you guys. The Federal Reserve is doubling their asset selling program to roughly 95 billion. So once they start selling that, well, the really question is, will they start selling mortgage-backed securities? Are they going to really, right? But if they do, that's probably going to put a tremendous amount of upward pressure on the residential mortgage rate. So I think that I really feel like the month of September, we're going to have moderate to slight interest rate hikes pretty much the entire month. But again, it's going to be really interesting to follow that. Keep your eyes on that, because the reality is, you guys, we do want interest rates to go up. The higher the interest rates go up, the more pressure it puts on prices to go down, right? So the higher, in my mind, the better. Now, again, I'm going to put a poll out. Let me know what you think. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to get a mortgage industry update from someone that I tremendously love and respect, which is my boss. And you guys, again, listen, I've been getting a lot of emails, and I'm not turning my back to your emails. It's just for right now, I've got out of originating. I will get back in, and I will tell you when I get back in. But if I'm not responding to your emails, that's why. So if you have a question about financing or mortgage or anything like that in Texas, reach out to Russell. Russell's like the quarterback. He'll get you in the right hands. But again, you guys, I'm sorry. As of right now, I've taken a step back from origination. But let me introduce you to this man right now. Russel Calvert, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Travis. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, I really appreciate your time, dude. I know how busy you are. I love you, Russell. Can you tell my viewers just a little bit about the mortgage market? What's the state of the mortgage market? There's a lot of rumors going around, and I know you would know a lot more about that than me.
So what's going on in the mortgage market? Well, what's not going on in the mortgage market, right? All the different things that you hear. A lot of things that I hear now is comparing things from '08 to now. But it is very different, right? So '08 was a mortgage crisis caused by bad mortgage policy, bad loan, right? Today, it's a multitude of things. It's the inflation, right? We're in an inflationary market caused by bad policy and COVID and all that good stuff. Also, to counteract that, now we are raising rates. You got to raise rates to counteract that a little bit. You have low inventory. So when you have raising rates, inflation, and low inventory, it has people put pause on kind of the home buying process. So even though we had set records back in 2020 and 21.
Yeah.
Fast forward to this year, where it all kind of caught up to us. So,
are you seeing any lenders? I've seen a couple. Are you seeing any big lenders going out of business, Russell?
Oh, yes. So it just like in '08 and '08, you saw a bunch of lenders. 3 out of 4 lenders, it seems like, have gone out of business. But today, they're not leaving by the droves, but they are going out of business. A lot of these shops that were built on, they kind of came to the market to try to catch all the refinance business. You're going to see a lot of companies like that going out of business. You're going to see companies that overstaffed. They're going to start downsizing a little bit just to kind of keep up. Where this isn't our first rodeo. We've been doing this a long time, and we know that our business is cyclical. And so every now and then you're going to hit something like this, and we're ready for it. And we're a company where the funny thing, we do our due diligence. Our job right now is to keep people informed. Right? Is it a good time? Is it not a good time? And I'm just giving you all the information. And that's all we do are mortgages. We don't do banking. We don't have deposits and car loans. So we are very in tune with what's going on.
So Russell, obviously there's a lot of rumors out there, man, and you would probably be able to answer this question best. Can you tell us whether or not you think that lenders are going to start restricting guidelines and not lending as much?
No, I don't. That's kind of a falsehood. I feel like it's been portrayed out in the industry just because when people get nervous and get scared, they feel like, or if they don't know what's going on in the market, they feel like things are tightening up. And there's a lot of misinformation that gets put, right?
Yeah.
And, you hear it like, oh, I have to have 20% down for a loan. I'll have to have 780 credit. Obviously, folks like that are going to get a loan, but what about the folks that are 620 credit? And what about, do I have to put, we have 3% down program. We have all kinds of stuff out there. So,
and you don't,
they're in a program for somebody,
And you don't see those, did you see those, Russell, like those, like the Home Possible, that conventional 3% down? Do you see those? You don't see those going away, do you?
No, I don't. Now, they're more popular. I feel like they've gotten more popular over the last year or two. But no, I don't. Now, some of these bond programs can run out of money until they get, replenished.
Right.
But you do see, you're going to see a lot of that. And I don't see any of that going away anytime soon. I think that rates are going to drop here in the next year or so. They kind of raise rates, kind of fight inflation. They're going to come back down here. I don't know the exact, I don't have a crystal ball, obviously. But I think in a year or so, they'll come back down. So you'll see another refi pop here in a year or two. But I don't see things like that happening. You don't want to stifle growth. You don't want to stifle people trying to get a mortgage. So some of those programs do help folks like that.
Russell, can you, because I have a lot of first-time home buyers that potential first-time home buyers that are watching. A lot of them are misinformed, like you said. A lot of them don't know, have the wrong information, right? How to get a house. I'm not saying go out and buy, but can you tell them just a little bit, Russell, and I'll let you go, about the Home Possible and the Home Ready program? Because that's a first-time home buyer program, conventional 3% down. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. So, and there's other programs just besides the Home Possible program. Depending on the area you live in, there's certain DPA programs that typically that you're going to be a part of. We have the T-Shack here in Texas. We have SEF programs here in Texas. And there's a handful of others. And so depending on what part of the state you're in, or what state you're in, they're going to have their own government type DPA, down payment assistance program. So, and they're attached to Home Possible and those type. But yes, what that allows you to do, it allows you to put minimum down, your 3% down payments. They might do a forgivable second, depending on the program, and they can. There's various programs, so all of them are a little bit different, but they all kind of accomplish the same thing.
Right. So Russell, last question I have for you, man. I get a lot of people emailing me, asking for me to help them, asking various loan questions, and where I'm at in the industry right now. I'm training. I'm out there empowering. So, brother, can I please leave your phone number and your email on the video?
Yes, you can. I want you to leave my number and email on the video. I will refer you to one of my loan officers, and that are probably more knowledgeable than me. Our guys are well versed, they're well studied, and they're just very, very good at what they do. Very proud of my people. People helping people. So
I love them, dude. I love them. Honestly, you're the reason I work here. I'm not gonna lie. That. Being humble, you're a great person. And Russell, I'm going to let you go, brother. I know you got a meeting. I really appreciate you, man. I want to have you on the channel more, again, because you have a really intimate knowledge on the secondary market. You know what's going on with programs, restrictions, and I think it would be very valuable just to have that our finger to the pulse of the mortgage industry up front, but also back. So I really appreciate you, man. Do you want to say anything before you go?
No, I'd say knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. Whether you're buying a mortgage or anything else, you need to be well informed so you can make an educated decision.
100%. All right, brother. Well, I definitely appreciate you. I will see you later.
All right, buddy. See you.
That's my dude. Now, other than that, you guys, that's going to conclude the video. I will also be doing other metro areas across the nation. Be a little patient with that. You guys already see I've covered Southern California. I've covered Texas. So I'm going to go around the nation, and I'm really going to try to get you guys a lot more value than just reading the articles. I do like reading the articles, but quite frankly, I'm getting bored, you guys. I'm getting bored. I really want to work on value and enrichment videos. So watch those videos, you guys. I hope you got the value from today's video. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck and I hope you win.